So, another trailer has been released for the new Star Wars series, The Acolyte, and once again, it's been ratioed in the likes to dislikes. It's pretty bad. And just like with the previous trailer, in this trailer, you can clearly see that the show is very much pushing to be very inclusive. It's like, can you spot the white guy? It's certainly a challenge. From the studio that brought you the Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the Willow TV series that was cancelled after one season. Now, for those of you who don't know or just don't care, The Acolyte is a prequel series based before the events of The Phantom Menace, so before the prequel trilogy. And as I've discussed before, it seems that Star Wars is just stuck in the past, seemingly unable to move on. With the exception of the sequel trilogy, for example, most of the new Star Wars productions have been prequels. Because it's seemingly all about riffing on the past, right? Nostalgia, sentimentality for the old days, the best era of the franchise. There's like an inability to innovate beyond the events of the classic era. Now, there's a possibility this show could be good. I mean, I wouldn't have high hopes or anything, but given the recent track record of Disney and Lucasfilm, you'll have to excuse the considerable skepticism of the fanbase, as evidenced by the tongue-in-cheek comments on the trailer and the general lack of interest in this show. In addition, the clear pandering with the emphasis on inclusive casting and representation and all that stuff, and some of the things that have been said about The Acolyte by the people behind the show while it was in production. Those things also concern people. So there was an article from Advocate back in July of 2021. Lesbian Leslie Headland brings a queer lens to Star Wars franchise. Leslie Headland is excited to bring her queer point of view to a galaxy far, far away. The writer, director, and showrunner of the hugely popular and critically acclaimed Netflix series Russian Doll, co-created by Natasha Lyonne and Amy Poehler, is moving on to Star Wars next, showrunning The Acolyte, one of the new Star Wars series announced by Disney Plus last year. Little is known about the series so far, except that it's a mystery thriller that follows the emergence of dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era, and that it will be female-centric. And we know that it's being run, written, and executive produced by Headland, who will be the first queer person to serve in that role for a Star Wars franchise. For Headland, nothing is like seeing other queer people and queer stories, and she wants Star Wars fans to be able to do that when they watch their favourite franchise. While she offers no information on if that will be on screen or not, the fact that a lesbian is behind the scenes running the show brings a new level of queerness to the universe. In the same way that the original Star Wars film A New Hope is about a young man living in Modesto, California, who doesn't want to take over his dad's hardware store, there's just no way that me being a queer woman is not going to be reflected in my work. I could try not to do it, but why would I? It just feels like a natural extension of what I do. So yeah, fans are aware of that when they're watching this trailer. And of course, they're already tired of the message being pushed in their favourite franchises. There was also this story, this is an article from theblast.com. Amalda Stenberg praises the diversity in Star Wars series The Acolyte. Now, typically speaking, what we've observed over the years is when a film or TV show primarily champions all the diversity and inclusivity stuff, it usually means such things are being prioritized over the important stuff, like writing, characterization, and storytelling. As an aside, I'm personally concerned about prequels in major franchises these days because they're often an opportunity for franchises to have aspects of their lore changed and modernized for a modern audience, and certain agendas to be pushed. But, look, I'm not really that concerned about The Acolyte, right? At this stage, they can do what they like with modern franchises for all I care. What's being produced now is just more woke-hot garbage, as far as I'm concerned. And Star Wars, to me, will always be just the original trilogy. Not even the prequel trilogy that George Lucas made. I don't really like it. To me, Star Wars is just the first 3 films. Anyway, that about does it for now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.